Yo, what the fuck is up, people? It's another week, another money, another dollar, another whatever. So I'm going to be doing this forecast of the weekly review. Might go over some stuff from last week's, and then we'll do some just some bias and stuff. So first, I'm going to go here, take this over here. I don't want you to see this. We're going to go over last week, the end of last week, and then do not the weekly review, but the weekly review. End of week review. So we're going to go to the 1 minute chart. We're going to hop over to Friday's trading. So this is the New York session. So during the New York session on Friday, I wasn't really trading in the morning, so I kind of was able to wake up and then see what price was doing. And we had a great 10 a.m. reversal, as you can see. 10 a.m. hits right here. Hello. Right here, and then we start to see that reversal as we get that one more manipulation move down. We get that reversal, and there is a long right here that does work out to the high, and then it closes back below. But as you can see, it already hit that internal high that was right here, so that technically would have worked. That's a good trade, and you could have held a position because putting the stop at this low, or maybe even this low, because price never breaks it. We do get a power of 3 move here, and there was one trade that I took, and that was at that trade was right here. So on the 5 minute chart, there was a really clean inverse, but this was also a clean inverse right here. So my position I entered in a little bit earlier because we inversed the 5 minute before we inversed this one here. We already inversed, as you can tell. Oh no. So sorry. So this was one that I was anticipating to be inversed. This fair value gap was inversed, and this was my entry. And then this fair value gap with this inverse right here. And then we come back in. That's the main entry that I would have taken if I was at the charts. So as you can see, when you look at this entry, this isn't bad. You put your stop probably like right here because we wouldn't go down. We would maybe touch it. And then you could put your stop at least to like the consequent encroachment of here. But my main target was these two relatively equal highs, and then just kind of this high right here, which eventually did hit. So that was a good trade of Friday. I didn't take it on a live account, but I predicted it, and that's kind of what it's about. I'm not focusing on the live account trade. I'm focusing on being able to do this proficiently, day in, day out. All right, so we'll look at the end of week review. So something that I did well this week that I want to do a little bit more of is just kind of being patient. This week I learned a lot that you don't have to take a trade, because not taking a trade in itself is a business decision. Because if you are thinking about trading from a non-gambling business perspective, then everything you do is a business decision, because you are the only CEO, the only employee at the company. So when you don't trade, that's a business decision. When you trade, that's a decision. When you journal, when you backtest, when you record data, these are all business decisions. So you want to be able to make the best business decisions in order to have the highest profiting business, So sometimes it's best just to sit and watch, and that in itself is a decision that you're making, and it can help a lot in some cases when the market's not highest probability, such as at all-time highs. So that was something that I like to do this week, and I will do more next week. Because at the end of the day, if you're just taking 1 to 2 good high probability trades a week, you're going to make a lot more money than if you're trying to do what I've been doing for the last couple months, which is kind of like, say you're doing all this high probability stuff, but then you take a couple trades a day in, day out. And the days it's not high probability, you'll still take a trade just to kind of like take a trade, just to take a trade. But then once you sort of realize that taking a trade is the dumb business decision, you have to be able to refrain from actually taking a trade and just watch. That is the smartest business decisions on some days. So something that I could have done differently this week, would just not be taking every inverse setup just blindly, because there's a lot of times during the week where I'm not able to trade the kill zone in the New York AM session because I have to wake up early and I have to go to practice. So I'll be on my phone and I'll see an inverse and I'll just take it, or I'll see an inverse as I'm waking up to go to practice and I'll take it. But the thing is trading is not just the setup. It's what you do before, after, during, and all that thing. So if you're not waking up and doing your pre-market routine, then the trade's not going to be as high probability. Remember, everything we should do is in order to increase the probability of every single trade. So you have to be in front of the charts, ready to trade, and see multiple confluences. Remember, we constantly want to be adding confluences. We don't want to just see an inverse. Like, we don't want to just see this inverse here. We want to see, oh, we took out the high. Oh, ES didn't take out the high. So, oh, we have SMT. Oh, now first fair value gap on the 1 minute time frame. Outside of that, you can take. So, oh, this is the ICT's Sun entry model. So, there's a lot of things that you have to remember. It's not just an inverse. It's tied along with many other things. That's the confluences, and each confluence increases the probability of the trade working out. If any, what challenge did you overcome this week? What did you learn from it? So, yeah, I wrote about this a lot earlier. Maybe I'll talk about this a little bit here, but something that I overcame was I got stopped out. This is what I'm just writing from earlier. I got stopped out on a lot of smaller positions, and it filled me with kind of fear, being annoyed, pain, just all those emotions that you don't really want to feel in order to trade with high probability. Most negative emotions is what I said. And those emotions are telling you that trading isn't working for you. It kind of wants you to believe that trading doesn't work. You'll never work. You can't do it. You can't do anything. It's like tells you you're incapable of doing it. It'll always fail for you, You don't have luck, everything's against you. Telling me I'm not worthy or capable. So this week I spent a lot of time thinking and analyzing these beliefs. And I came to the conclusion that I'm not giving up this trading journey. And if I truly want to put all the cards in my favor and just go all in, which is what I have to do, I have to get rid of these self-limiting beliefs, because at the end of the day, those self-limiting beliefs don't help me. If it doesn't help me, I don't need them. If it's delusional that I've thrown them out the window, sure, but I'm doing what I think is right. So how do I get rid of them is I have to analyze the evidence that truly supports the hypothesis, because I think and I realize that there's no other really evidence to the fact that I'm not worthy or I'm not capable, other than the fact that I failed little side projects as kids, just kind of starting, stopping things in and out, on and off, made a e-com business, and I kind of just didn't really work that hard, didn't get results, and was oh, what the fuck. So I don't know if that was ADHD, boredom, or just stupidity, not really liking having passion, but this doesn't apply to trading, because I've consistently been learning and just treating this as my passion for the half year, This belief is only true when you are working it to allow it to be, so don't allow the self-limiting belief to work wild in your head. It just kind of ties back into that belief of not being worthy until you win is literally just in your head. You create it, you manifest it, you design it, so you can get the fucking rid of it. So do that. So you got to take the energy out of that belief, Yeah, and something I've gotten really good at is getting prepared before I trade, with the pre-market trading routine. I used to struggle with that, but not anymore. All right, All right, I'm just going to go over this one lesson that I learned this week that is actually about money, and I'm going to read it just really quickly because I think that it was actually this is kind of advanced, so I'm just going to read it all right now, okay? So, the biggest thing that holds traders back from success is what their belief is about money, So if a trader loves to win money from trading, they love making money, what happens when they lose, It hurts 10 times more. It's hard to take a loss and then come back at it with the same mindset before you took the loss. So what does this do? It ensures they'll never really achieve consistent profitability. And when that is my goal, I have to clearly monitor what my beliefs are about money. So for a while, I've been focusing on changing my beliefs about money compared, tied with trading. I have ingrained in my head that I have to forget about the result. So win or lose, the result doesn't matter because that's just the side of the probabilities. I have to be calm and not emotional when I lose, and same when I win. And over time, I've kind of just the past month, 2 months, 3 months, I've been drilling that into my head that the money doesn't matter. You're going to win, you're going to lose, you're going to trade with the money, and you can't think about the end result as you're trading because that's going to make you fumble your trading. If you're trading with the idea to make money, you will fumble it eventually. But if you're trading with the idea that I'm content when I follow my plan, then you're fine. Then you'll win. So what are my beliefs about money in general? I've constantly dreamed of this life with more money. It brings me dopamine, so I'll be driving and I'll just be thinking about when I make it. Sorry, my nose is itching me. I've been constantly thinking about when I make it, and I have to look deeper into this belief. And when I do, I notice that the belief is that when I make money, then I will gain the worth, the power, and become a person that has done more things that are worthy of being praised. So it ties back into the main human desire, the desire to be loved. All humans just want attention and fit in because we're social creatures. But that belief is flawed in trading, because worth is not formed through making money. You are worth whatever you truly think you're worth, because at the end of the day, life is just what happens in your head. So you create all your perceptions. You put up your boundaries. So if you only think that you'll be worth something when you make money, then you're setting yourself up for failure. You are worth everything right now. Your worth will not change just because you make money. You see that people who have more money are worth looking up to, like if you can start at the losers, but like in my head, I see that these people who have money that I look up to, my mentors, they have patience, consistency, strong minds, and like other valuable habits that make them like strong men and men to look up to. And they seem also valuable through the money they make. And I used to think that once you make the money, then I'll be like them. So that's why I wanted to, make money, because when I make money, I'll become a better person. So I have that desire to make money. So when I don't make money, I'm mad. But there's something flawed that I noticed. It is not making money that turns you into this person. It is making money that brings up the circumstances that allows you to be formed into a person that you perceive as valuable. So what that means is making money allows you to go in the next step of life, which brings you the problems, the circumstances, the situations that you have to solve, you have to go through. And throughout those situations that you wouldn't have gotten if you didn't make money, you become a better person. Not better than somebody who's poor. You become more disciplined, patient, humble. You become a stronger man. And that is where the worth comes from. But it does not make you more worthy than what you are right now. It's a different kind of worth. You are worth everything right now. But you're also you have to get worth from something, is what I kind of talked in here. So there's something that I wrote at the end of my belief analyzation worksheet. It ties into something. If you don't believe that making money gives you worth, you can tell yourself you are worthy from just being you. Like, I'm worthy just to be me, which, that's true. But you also want to draw the self-belief of worthiness from somewhere, Like when I go to swim practice or when I go to the gym and I complete it, then I feel a little bit worthy after. And that worthiness you can kind of push into other aspects of life. So I'll bring that home and I'll start studying. And from there, that will be able to, I'll have like some momentum. So you want to draw that belief from somewhere. And if you're constantly drawing the belief of worthiness from when you win, and then when you lose, you kind of push it back away, then your worthiness is going to be going up and down. Your perception of your worthiness, because you create your idea about how much you're worth or how much you matter. But what you have to do, which is kind of the secret to trading, don't tell anyone, is you have to not draw your worthiness or your mattering from winning or losing. You have to draw it from being able to follow your plan. So you have to be able to go into the day not looking to trade, but to follow your plan. Because once you follow your plan, you are content, you are happy. You know you did the right thing, because in the end, the end result of money will come, so you don't have to focus on that now. It's a cheat code, dude. You can literally focus on the plan. You don't even have to think about the money, and in the end, you'll be paid out incredibly. So that's what I was talking about earlier, and now we're going to go into the weekly review. How long have I been doing this? 13 minutes? All right, we're going to go to the weekly review now. So hopping on the weekly chart. 1 second. Gotta go to the gym after this, you know how it is, right? So we had that up candle. Last week I predicted that we would have a bearish week, and we did, so that happened. All right, just 1 second. I need to change the song. I don't know if you could have heard the song. So we're going to go on the forecasting. We'll bring that back over. So I'll show you guys what I do for the forecasting. And that's crazy. So this is what the questions I have to fill out. It's not much, just a little bit. I gotta change this goddamn fucking song. Alright, so we always want to figure out, is price going to liquidity or inefficiency or creating liquidity, which it kind of did last week. So we're gonna hop on the daily chart. We did create this next high, so a lower high. So 1 second. Sorry. I just want to get out of this ad. My phone. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna play you guys a good song. Alright, yeah, so I think we'll continue to go bearish, maybe until here, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're bullish. We did respect this volume imbalance last week. So that does kind of show that we're looking a little bit more bearish than we are bullish. I do expect to see a little bit more bearish price action. This changes state of delivery. So I could, with this propulsion block, so we could see some reaction from there. So I'm going to just say inefficiency, just because price created a lower high, and we may see it be swept before a move lower to rebalance any fair value gap. Price. Okay, yeah, that's all I'm gonna write. Bullish or bearish? Bearish this week, not just looking for shorts as I am short-term trader, but the first part of the week will most likely move bearish. 1 second, my eyes are itching. So which liquidity pool was swept last? So we're gonna hop on the 4-hour chart for that. So we actually got sell side right here was swept last. So I'm gonna take that order block off. So we had sell side swept last, and then we came back up to the OTE of that range, but we closed above most of these things with displacement, so that does show. So we got a low swept last, showing some bullishness, no displacement underneath the low. Price rebalanced OTE of the range. Which liquidity pools have been left untouched. So when we scroll on the 4-hour chart, we can see that this kind of has not been left untouched because we touched it last week. So, I mean, there's not many, I'm just going to leave that one blank because this one's kind of hard. Are you just would expect lower before any other move, but would not be surprised or hindered, because it won't hurt me if price moves higher. So then what I do is I go on to here, hop on to Forex Factory, and then I'm going to grab a screenshot of that. So Monday's a bank holiday all day. Oh shit, there's no trading tomorrow. Damn, guys. We have FOMC 11:30, so Wednesday's no trading. Damn, this is not optimal, huh? So this is why I do it. So I'm able to see that some weeks it's not going to be most optimal to trade. So, and then which days should we expect the higher volatility? Hello. So I would expect, Tuesday, Wednesday PM session could be legit, and then Thursday, Friday. Look, I wouldn't really expect Wednesday too. Actually, not Thursday. So then I'm going to do a prediction chart where I kind of just predict what price is going to do, but it's nothing too serious because, I see just price. Something like this. Something like that. I mean, you can't really tell. Could be higher, could be lower. Just something to kind of tell what you think price is doing. And we'll look at last week, so that's all done for the week. So last week's, I kind of guessed a little bit lower, a little bit higher, and it kind of does that. And most of these weeks, you are going to be around right, so you kind of get that rebound higher, So yeah. And that's what we're looking for next week. All right, see you guys.